It's Nancy, and it's so great to see you today. It's great to be here before the storm. I'm here in Denver, and we're going to get a big storm this weekend. So we're all kind of bracing for that. So I'm Nancy McKay, certified life and Equus coach, and this is Women and Alcohol. And I've opened this up to ask a coach. Ask me anything that's on your mind. I'd love to reach out and answer any questions that you might have. So you need to give StreamYard permission to use your name, and you can do that at StreamYard/Facebook and give them permission to use your name, and then I'll know who I'm talking to if you pop on. So that would be great. So this could be a very short episode if nobody asks me any questions. But let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on here at Amazing Outlook Coaching. So I was delighted and honored to be a guest on the More Than Therapy podcast this morning. That should be released next week, I think, and had a great conversation with Christopher Blue. And it was just a really nice conversation. And talking with a man who has gone through some tough stuff himself. And so it was really interesting to talk with him and get to share a little bit about my story and with his audience, which was really nice. And then, let's see, we've got some exciting things. You know, spring, believe it or not, is kind of hard to imagine that spring is on its way, especially I think we're supposed to get, 2 feet of snow this weekend. At any rate, but spring is around the corner, and I want to invite all of the Colorado folks to join me in the round pen with the horses. Smokey and Chester down in Parker, and Bob, and we've got some horses up in Evergreen that are excited to work with you as well. So I'd love to have you join me in the round pen and let us help you get unstuck if you've got some things that are giving you a tough time right now. And then, so let's talk about a few things that might be giving you a tough time and how you're going to cope with them. We're starting to come out of this pandemic, and I think that, I know that the statistics are out. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know that drinking has escalated during this pandemic. And now things are getting back to, kind of normal. And people are going out more. Restaurants are opening up more. And if you live in Florida or Texas or some of the other states who have completely abandoned any COVID precautions, then people are going to the bars, and it's spring break. And so it's a massive time for alcohol consumption and abuse and alcoholism potential. So if you're struggling with that, I can help you. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're, if you're tired of waking up with a hangover and feeling like shit, reach out and contact me, because, I'm here to tell you that life gets so much better when you're not drinking. It really does. And it's so hard to imagine that when you're in the middle of it and you don't know that there's really any other way than to keep drinking. And that's a hard place to be. I remember that very, very well. And, you know, I'm going to have 12 years of sobriety on Sunday. And I remember vividly what it was like when I was still drinking. And I remember vividly the last drink I had. And it's an amazing feeling not to have that horrible feeling of defeat and devastation and desperation hanging over my head and inside my gut. So, you know, I want everybody to feel like I feel. And it's such a relief. That's the feeling. It's a relief not to have to deal with any of that now. And it's an honor and a privilege to work with women who want to change their lives and change their lives for the better and find the freedom and the peace that they're looking for. And so, you know, if things have gotten dicey for you, I can help you. And, you know, if you're drinking to cope with something else, because let's face it, drinking is a symptom of something else that's going on underneath. And so if you're abusing it anyway, you know, there's social drinking, and more power to you if you can do it. I couldn't. I probably was a social drinker early on, but probably by the time I hit my 30s, you know, all bets were off. And by the time I hit my 40s, things were increasing exponentially. So, you know, the longer you keep an abusive relationship going with alcohol, the harder it's going to be. And I can so empathize with what you're going through. And I would love to help you unpack that and figure out how to get beyond it and not suffer with that anymore. So one of the things that I talk about is, if you're stuck in the muck, I'm your girl. And if shit has hit the fan, I'm your girl. I can help you get out of it. I'm not an attorney, so I can't help you get out of that, but I can help you get out of the mental gymnastics that you're going through. So anyway, that's what I do, and I would love to, you know, talk to you or answer any questions that you might have. So if you're watching the replay of this, you can certainly ask questions, excuse me, and I'll reach out and answer anything that you come up with. So I'm happy to do that. It's one of the things that as a recovering alcoholic, I can really empathize, and I have so much compassion for people who are going through this disease and they still are struggling with it. You know, I'm lucky to be on the other side and not experiencing that, and I'm just so grateful that you know, I put a gun to my head because I thought it would help, you know, I felt like I was a burden. And that was when I was in a drunken stupor. That was the last time I had drank. And so I got the 2x4 across the head from the universe, and that was it for me. Relapse isn't part of my story, but I know it's a part of a lot of people's story. And having someone to talk to about what you're going through and the shame and disappointment and devastation that you feel, that's normal. That's so normal. And I think we all have it. Anyone who has an addiction has that feeling of shame and desperation and guilt. And you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to feel that way. So I'm going to pop up a link to a chapter. This is, I contributed a chapter to a book called Ready to Fly, Volume 3. And me and a bunch of wonderful women were invited to contribute a chapter to this book. And there's 3 volumes of it now. For the past few years, Crystal Blue has been publishing this book. She has people, women, send in their incredible stories. It's filled with amazing stories of inspiration and hope. And I was honored to be selected to contribute a chapter. So you can get that here. It's my gift to you. And I would really, love for you to read it. So there's that. And then, ladies, I have a Facebook group called Women in Alcohol, and I'd love to have you join us. We're a pretty small group right now, but we're growing, and I'd love to have you join us. So we support each other. We have a good group, lots of different degrees of sobriety or not. People, I've got a few women in there that have not decided that they want to quit drinking, but they're curious about it. So we've got sober curious and women who are newly sober, and some who have, a fair amount of sobriety. So join us. It's a great group, and we'd love to have you. And I think that's probably, I think that might be enough out of me today. I've got some, if you're in Colorado, like I said, I'm scheduling Equus coaching sessions, and now is the time to get those booked before the weather gets too warm and everybody starts thinking about it. So if you have been curious about Equus coaching and would love to see what the horses can help you explore, this would be a great opportunity. So you can check me out on, let's see, there we go. I'm not gonna, hang on a second. Well, I guess we'll just scroll that across. So you can reach me you can email me, or just go to well, there's my email again. Oh dear. Well, AmazingOutlookCoaching.com is the website, so you can check that out there. But I do encourage you to get on my schedule if you're interested in Equus coaching, because as the weather warms up, things are going to get a little busy. So And I look forward to that. It's my favorite thing, to work with clients with the horses, and it's magic. It's just pure magic. So that's about it. I think that's enough out of me today. I hope you guys have a great evening. If you're here in Colorado, especially the Front Range, buckle up, because I guess it's going to be a doozy this weekend. So have a nice evening. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week. Bye.